Hello and welcome, I am Dantier, this is Low Mana, and in today's anniversary event version of Skin Deep, we're going to be taking you through all the legendary skins from the event and throw in some of the lore and history that makes up the inspiration for each. We'll also have many other videos looking at the lore perspectives of the new content and the event itself over the coming days. The anniversary has brought us a lot of new skins and all of the legendary variety. A first for any of the events, but fitting for Overwatch's first birthday. Important to note that none of these really have any bearing or relation in terms of Overwatch canon. It really feels like the Overwatch art team just went to town and designed what they wanted to see most. I'm just going to run through them in pretty much alphabetical order because why not? As Ana didn't get a skin this time around, we're starting off with Bastion in his brightly coloured June Buggy skin. And of course Ganymede hasn't been left out as they now appear as Nuttles Woodpecker, a black and white bird from California, the home of the June Buggy. Next up we have Cruiser Diva in her rockabilly inspired skin, cruisers being a popular style of car from the time. Hers specifically appears to be a 1959 Cadillac Eldorado, as per the distinct lights on the back along with the rear grille. As a side note, Eldorado itself means the golden one, and is a reference to El Dorado, the lost Spanish city of gold. And with the anniversary colours being themed around gold, it's clear to see why this very specific style was chosen. There are some nice touches to this one. If you look closely you'll see an air freshener hanging inside the mech cockpit. On to Genji's new Sentai skin. Personally one of my favourite references out of all the new skins. Sentai is a reference to a Japanese show of the same name which when translated means fighting squadron, or more commonly known by its American name, Power Rangers. Specifically the Green Power Ranger, one of the most popular from the series and by no coincidence also referred to as the Dragon Ranger. The strongest of the initial Rangers and able to summon the Dragon Zord using the Dragon Dagger. Not too dissimilar to how Genji summons his dragon that's also green using his blade, because as it reminds him of Beautiful Joe, but I'm sticking with the Power Rangers. From one Shimada to another with Hanzo's Cyber Ninja skin. Although it doesn't have a connection to the Power Rangers like Genji, or at least as far as I'm aware, this in my opinion is at least a reference to Hanzo's conflict with Genji. As we know, Hanzo struck down Genji with a sword and vowed to never pick up a sword again as a sign of his shame. But what if it was Genji who slew Hanzo? What if Mercy saved Hanzo from the brink of death and turned him into a cyber ninja instead of Genji? To me this is a glimpse of just that. Just imagine how much better with a bow Hanzo could be if he was technologically enhanced. As if his headshots aren't already terrifying enough, and let's not get started on scatter arrows. Now for a slightly more relaxed skin with Jazzy Lucio, taking its clear inspiration from the jazz culture and matching colours for the event. The most notable update isn't actually visual, but is instead the brand new audio for both his healing and speed boost, a much smoother addition for the new cool Lucio. Mei is up next with her Beekeeper skin, which on the surface seems rather simple. However, it does fit her character rather well while also being a reference to her profession, as a climatologist. Although not directly affecting the climate or weather, bees do play a significant role in maintaining it. Bees are a crucial step in pollinating new plants as they travel between flowers on their journey to collect food for their hive. In doing so, they help bring on new generations of flowers and other plants which are crucial to absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. Clearly Mei has taken up the fight to keep the bees safe, to prevent any long-term damage their demise could have on our climate, in addition to Snowball being a giant adorable bee. As with most of the Pharah skins, there is a lot of thought behind the look, especially when it comes to her heritage and symbolism. Bedoun means Bedaya, dweller in Arabic, and apologies for that pronunciation. Badia also means the land or Arabian desert, so in English terms that means city dweller but specifically means those that have the tribal heritage from the Arabian desert, who although they live much differently they like to remember their roots and culture, often shown by clothing and music, much as Pharah does in this new skin, combining her Raptor Mark 6 armour with her headscarf and symbols of her heritage. While there's a naming overlap with one of Genji's skins, this really does feel more coincidental than anything. From someone who aspired to join Overwatch to one of its founders and Soldier 76's Cyborg 76 skin. Much like the Hanzo skin, this feels very much like an alternative universe 76, where instead of being genetically enhanced to become a super soldier, he has been technologically enhanced, having both his legs replaced along with his arms either being completely replaced or enhanced. Much of the style of Jax from Mortal Kombat, while still keeping the Overwatch aesthetic, much in the style of Genji's Blackwatch skin and Hanzo's above. Even Soldier's trusty sidearm has received a makeover, but I don't think he's going to get much use while Soldier keeps his borrowed pulse rifle to hand. Symmetra has a wonderful new skin named Oasis, after the city and map in-game. As far as I can recall, this is actually the first time we've seen any clothes from this region, discounting the smartly dressed butlers at least. Considering her remarkable intelligence, this seems to be a glimpse at what one of the scholars would wear, in keeping with their superiority and a symbol of affluence. You'll also notice lots of little references to the lotus flower, a common symbol among her skins and a well-known symbol of rebirth. Here's hoping we get to see much more of Oasis and its people to build on its already rich lore. If they all dress like this, then it's going to be one snazzy metropolis. From the technological heights to the grimy streets of London with Tracer's graffiti skin. Graffiti is actually a theme we see associated with Tracer rather commonly, just usually in the form of her sprays. It seems that this may actually be more of a glimpse at the personality of Tracer than we had initially thought. Maybe we'll get to see her as an amateur artist in the future. Either way, their skin is glorious, her trousers in particular. And lastly, but certainly not least, seriously, she would crush me, is Zoya with Siberian. Initially I thought this was just a play on words for Siberian along with a futuristic feel. However, I started noticing similarities with the armour. Siberian is also subtly a play on words for Praetorian, hand-picked elite veteran warriors from the Roman Empire, who wore very similar armour including the front and rear plates as Zoya has. They were also primarily hand-picked so that they could protect the Emperor, one of the highest honours for a soldier, in addition to being famous for their shield. Much like Zoya, hand-picked by Volskaya herself to protect her by completing secretive missions. This is actually probably my favourite thematic link of all the skins, combining the play on words with the personality and purpose of the hero. Thanks for watching this special anniversary edition of Skin Deep. What are your favourite skins from the event? Did we miss any references? Let us know in the comment section below. As ever, there's a link to our Discord in the description below that you can join. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this episode, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that little bell for notifications on our latest content. Until next time, I've been Dantier, thanks for watching.